I was sick with the stomach flu for about a week. I couldn't I couldn't keep anything down. Everything came right back out, and I was dehydrated. I was just feeling really bad, and I thought I was getting better. So Monday, when it was time to go back to work, I laid down and it was like something popped in my ear. So I sat up, and I still didn't think anything was wrong. So I laid back down, and when I did that, something just happened when my whole mouth went numb. It felt like all my teeth had fell out my mouth. And so I immediately checked to see if all my teeth were still there naturally. So once I realized they were still there, you know, I just knew something was wrong. I didn't know what was wrong. So I kind of laid back down and tried to talk. I live by myself, but something just said, try to talk. And I couldn't do that. I couldn't focus on anything to say. I was trying to focus on little stuff like a door or a lamp, the TV, and I couldn't say any of those things. Finally, all I could say was the name of the show I was watching, the doctor show. So I said, doctor, but it didn't sound like me. It sounded like somebody else. My voice had changed. My words were slurred. So when I called my mom, because I didn't know what was wrong, I couldn't talk to tell her where I was, what was wrong. I couldn't talk at all. I couldn't call 911. It didn't cross my mind to call 911. So she knew something was wrong, and she ended up getting sick because she was taking care of me. And so she happened to be home, which was right around the corner. So she came to get me and took me to the emergency room. And even the doctor didn't think I had a stroke because he said I was too young. But my voice was off. It was so weird, and it was hard for people to understand what I was saying, and sometimes didn't make sense. So they kept me and gave me an MRI, and that's how we found out I had a stroke. They did a lot of testing to see what caused it. I didn't have too many things wrong except for my speech. A slight weakness in my right hand, and I had trouble swallowing. That started to come back within a matter of weeks, but my speech is still not 100%. So I go to therapy. I go to speech therapy 3 times a week to fix it. And that's my recovery treatment right now. I still go through a lot of testing. They found out I'm still having small strokes, but they're working on finding the cause so they can treat it. I knew the signs, but I didn't think they applied to me. I didn't think I would ever know somebody who was having a stroke or be there while they were having it. So I knew what to do if somebody else was having a stroke. I didn't know what to do if it was me. And that is so important to know when you're going through it, because stroke didn't cross my mind. I didn't know to take an aspirin or we call 911. I didn't know those things. And I had nobody to call or next to me to do it for me. I'm not back to work yet because my speech is still bad. It's still hard. I can't type and talk at the same time. Little things like that I'm still struggling with. They found that even though my speech is coming back, it affected other things in my life. It's hard for me to spell, and I switch things around sometimes. So once I get better, then I'll be back to work. I was going to the gym about 3 days a week before, so I already started the lifestyle change. So when this happened, I was thinking, but I was changing my life. I was eating better. I was doing better. But I have to do even better now. It's, it's something I don't want to affect me for the rest of my life. I want to be able to read a book if I decide to have a kid one day. I want to be able to read to them. I want them to not talk like this. So it's just important to find somebody to talk to if you're going through it, and then hear their story so you know what to expect.